I'm going to show you the green. I'm not going to use the green, but you can use any band. That's tough. All right, so don't have your hands in front of your shoulders here, because then your elbows go wide. I don't want your elbows wide. I want your hands wider than your elbows here, so they're right behind your elbows when you pull them back. Okay. So pulling that band to your chest and constant outward pressure. Once those band gets close to your chest, I don't want your elbows to drop or your wrists to go up. Don't do that. Just straight back, straight out. Okay, constant pressure, constant outward, pulling it out, pulling it out. You're gonna feel this across the outside back of your shoulder. Okay, then we're gonna get the legs warmed up. We're gonna get the heart rate going, set the band aside. We're gonna sit down, ease into your squat, and then from here, launch up. At the top, you wanna feel a stretch chest to shoulder, feel the stretch front of your hip into your abs, and stretch your calves. Then we're gonna speed up. I want you to feel at least 2 of those stretches every single rep. And if you feel like you're missing one of them, make sure it's included in the next time. So a lot to think about. Stretch here, and stretch your calves. But you're reaching forward and up. You're never letting the hips go forward and reaching back. I don't want that. Sit down, launch. Keep your feet in contact with the ground. Heels will come up off the ground as you apply more speed and power. Launch it up. Find your rhythm. Legs will get pretty tired pretty quickly, especially with those hands going, overhead. Everyone's got 2 good options here? Excellent, excellent. All right, 40 seconds. Kicking off in 10. Yeah. 2. Band pull to start with. So set it up 5 seconds. And go for it. Constant outward pressure, slowly back and forth. Forearms are level, horizontal, elbow and wrist same height as each other. So outward pressure is 100% and constant, back and forth, nice and slow. Slower is tougher. Once it starts getting tough, especially around 3, watch out, everything's trying to help out by shifting your position a little bit. 8 seconds with squats to overhead. It's like a 0 jump. You're jumping, but you're not leaving the floor. All right, 3, 2, 1. Get that band out of your way, get tall, sit back, launch those hands up. Feel those 3 stretches. Looking for the stretch chest to shoulder, stretch hips into your abs, stretch your calves at the top of the movement. Not locking my elbows, not locking my knee. Sit back halfway, find your rhythm, then add speed and power to it. Then push the ground down with those toes. Keep your toes on the ground. 5 seconds. Keep that good range of movement. 3, 2, catch your breath. Good chance I won't be talking much in the last one of those. Heel to hips. Breathe for your shoulders. Set up those bands. All right. Hands out. 3, 2, 1. Feet planted, be tall. Hold that band out. Forearms staying level, horizontal. Constant outward pressure. My shoulders feel much weaker this time, much more empty. I'm not getting compressed. I've still got good neck rotation side to side. 15 seconds. Slow it down. Pressure out. And as your hands get away from you, that gets tougher. It gets tougher to pull out. 5 seconds. Squats are next. All right, set that band down. Set up your good squat by getting tall. Sit back, ease into the first one. Launch up, ease into the second one. And then you have your rhythm. Not curving my back over. Never looking at the ground on this. I'm looking. Sit, launch, sit. And you can sit down as slow as you need to keep that good form, and then power up. Ease down, power up. or go faster. It's all good. 30 seconds. One more good one. Whew. So it should feel like you're jumping, but your toes are stuck to the ground. All right, heel the hips for your quads. And breathe. Draw that breath in. 3, 2, 1. Pull apart. And I've got my thumbs on top, just because my hands sometimes like to turn over. And if they turn over and your thumbs are on the bottom, it creates a problem. If my thumbs are on top, there's no problem. If my wrists are horizontal, or if my wrists bend down. If they're underneath, there's no problem if my wrists stay horizontal. It's only a problem if I turn my wrist down. 10 seconds, extra power on the out. Rip that band in half, slowly back and forth. 3, 2, 1. Last time doing this, setting up your squat, feet planted, get tall, hinge, launch. Don't curve. Find your rhythm. 10 seconds in now, add a little speed and power. Sit back. Reach up. 3 stretch points. Calves. Hips hit the abs. Shoulders hit the chest. 12 seconds. Power. Keep that good form. 5. Break. Ooh. That's a finisher. Hold on, hold on. All right, breathe. 1 pair down. Good one. All right, heel the hips for your quads. And breathe. Breathe in and out. Just inflate your rib cage, forward, back, sideways, and down. Draw that breath in. All right. Last week, we did a bent over row with a band under your foot or dumbbell down there. This week, we're going to do the same thing. Everything's the same, except my elbow does not move. Elbow is going to stay where it is. And I'm going to straighten my arm and bend it, bring it back. Straighten it, bring it back. You can do this with dumbbells, but we're doing bands today. Easy band. You do not need a tough band for this. Easy band is fine. Okay. So with this easier band, I'm going to grab it like this. So there's a little loop behind my pinky. Okay. I'm going to put that band. Front foot's going to be my left foot to start with. All right, get tall under the arch of your foot. Step back and go out a little bit. Hinge at the hip. Get long and tall. You can put your hand on your thigh or forearm on your thigh. Adjust your stance if you need to. Elbow to body. See how much slack I have? This is easy. Elbow to body, easy. Now from here, getting tough, super tough to finish. Okay, we'll keep that elbow against your body. I'm not moving my elbow back and forth. I'm just leaving my elbow there. Finish the movement. When it gets tough, don't let the elbow drop down into a straight arm. Bring your hand up into a straight arm. Okay, if it's too easy, or if you need to make a big adjustment, like if it's way too easy or way too difficult, make a big adjustment at your foot. Okay, if it's a small adjustment, if it's only a little bit too easy or too difficult, you just eat up a little bit in your hand and you're good again. Okay, or give yourself a little bit more band and it's easier. Okay. All right. So from here, straighten it, stay long and tall. And make it difficult. Easy here. It's not difficult here. If it's too difficult here, you just won't finish the movement. So I got a nice easy band. Set the band out of the way, and we've got jumping jacks. Keep that heart rate up. Okay, out to the side. If you want to stretch out that chest a little bit more from last week and your shoulders we just did, you can do seal jacks, keeping those hands up, going out and back. It's up to you. If it hurts, maybe you need it, but you don't have to go all the way back. So if this hurts really bad, just go to here. Get that gentle tension, and you'll find by the end of it, you'll be able to move further to get the same tension point. Does everyone have two good options here? Cool. A few step backs for your calves. Okay. A few elbow bends for your triceps. And resist movement. I'm not rotating at the hip. All right. I'm going to kick off in 15 seconds. Here. 8 seconds. Band under the arch and pin it to the ground. Hinge, get long and tall. 3, 2, 1. And after 2 or 3, you'll know if you need to adjust it. I wouldn't make this, if it feels easy, I wouldn't make it too tough straight away. There's a big fade off here. Really focus on straightening that arm, okay? If you're using dumbbells, make sure you don't bend at the wrist. There's a tendency to bring that dumbbell towards, once your arm is almost straight, there's a tendency to bend your wrist up, bringing the knuckles towards the ceiling. That will hurt you. That will damage you over time. We don't want that. So just straighten your arm, keep your wrist neutral. 3, 2, jumping jacks after this one. All right, get tall, move that trip hazard out of your way, and jumping jack. Make sure there's no trip hazard near those feet. Because I don't know about you, but anytime I have one item on the floor, my feet find it. They gravitate towards it, and they find it. So jumping jacks or seal jacks if you want. It could be arms staying up, get a gentle stretch, chest to shoulder. That's up to you too. 10 seconds left. I'm gonna drop mine down and up. 3, 2, 1. Ooh, and breathe. Step backs. Elbow bends and straighten. And set up, same side. Band under the arch, a little loop behind your hand. 3, 2, step back, hinge over. Long and tall, elbow to body, and then straighten the arm. Super important that we have that loop on the outside of your pinky. If it's the other way around, as you straighten your arm, there'll be so much tension on your pinky with the band going around the outside of your pinky down to your foot, it will stop you from doing the movement or it will hurt your finger. So the tension from my hand to foot is coming out between my pointer and thumb. Do not let your thumb get involved here. 5 seconds. Are we still long and tall? Elbow still up with our body. One more. Finish the one you're in. All right. Step away from any trip hazards. And seal jacks. Or jumping jacks. Whichever one you want to do today. So we're doing 3 rounds on that one side of triceps. It's my second favorite tricep exercise with the band, I think. 10 seconds now. Land lightly. Use your land. Get off those feet. 3, 2, 1, and break. Again, step backs for your calves. And breathe for your shoulders. Arm bends, 8 seconds, and we go again. Final time. Set it up. Little loop behind your pinky. Band under the arch. Get tall, step out, hinge over, and go for it. I'm so much tougher this time. So it may be difficult to finish. If it's not difficult to finish, pull the band under your foot more so you have less band to play with. If you need a little bit extra band, make it easier. That's fine too. I want you to finish the range of movement. Check it. Are we still tall and long? ABC aligned. Leave that elbow where it is. Upper arm should not be moving at all right now. Upper arm, almost like it's strapped to your body. The only thing you can move is my forearm. 3. Let's do one more good one. Jumping jacks. Set away from that band. I gotta do seal jacks this time. Tap it out or jump it out. And staying tall. Seal jacks, hands stay up and shoulder height as they go back. Still hurts a little bit, but definitely increased my range of movement since we started. All right, 12 seconds. Let's finish strong and fast, light and quiet. 5 seconds. Stay tall and lightly. And break. Hold on, hold on. So that was my left foot in front and hinging over. It was my right tricep. Later on, we will do right foot in front and left tricep. Everyone feel that back of their upper arm? Cool. Cool. So that's my second favorite, just to stop you from being in suspense. My favorite tricep band exercise is the anchor one. I love that one. All right. We're going to take it to the ground now for Peggy's and most of our favorite row. Okay. We're going to do a seated row, sitting on the ground. Our head is going to, shoulders are going to stay over our hips, elbows to body, and then let your elbow out. So for this, I put my, if you got the full loops, I put the loop around my wrist, and then I grab it. And I actually grab it in between my pointer and index just because it's comfortable. Okay. If you want to make that tougher, you can, this is tough. If you want to make it tougher, you can switch them over so that it's an X. Okay. Let me show you. If you have the handled bands, then what I do, if the handles are, they're just too long, it's just too easy. It's not. So I put my handle on my wrist and then I grab the band wherever it's tough by my ankle. Okay. So if you have the handles, I put the handles on my wrist. And then I grab the band pretty close to toes point away, elbows to body, and release it. Okay. I got the loops. I love the loops for this. The 40 to 44-inch loops are perfect. View over here so I can see you. All right. So hands through the loops. So it's my wrist, because my fingers are not as strong as my upper back and elbows and biceps. So staying tall. You want to make that tougher, cross them over so you have that X. All right. Second exercise is going to be a plank. So roll it over, hands on the ground, tabletop, so hips, pull your knees off the floor, step it out. Keeping your alignment from hip through your head, that's crucial. Shoulder taps today. Again, not tilting. I don't want any tilting, okay? So as it gets tough, wide stance makes it easy not to tilt. Feet together, super impossible, super difficult not to tilt. So find that point where it's difficult, but manageable by moving your feet out. Land lightly on those hands, okay? All right, does everyone have two good options here? Excellent, excellent. All right, have fun. 40 seconds. Seated row with the band. And then body weight is plank, tall plank. ABC, align, breathe, control. Band around the arch of my foot, not up higher on the ball of my foot. It will escape and hurt me. Toes point away. 5 seconds. Set it up. Get yourself tall. 3, 2, 1. Go for it. Get tall. So I'm really tall, elbow up, do not lean forward. Gotta change something here. 10 seconds, elbows back. 3, 2, 1. Switch it over, tall plank. So flip it over, get the band out of the way of your feet and hands. Lengthen out, load it up, set it up. Tall back. Lengthen out, edge those feet closer if you feel you can. 10 seconds. Head in line. 5, 2, 1, and take a break. Breathe. Float those shoulders. One more. All right, set up that band. Band it. And go for it. Round the arch. Go for it. Round your arch. Elbows to body. I'm gonna make that tougher. Heat up some more band. Makes it tougher. Yes. Now you're cooperating. So always take that time. If your band just isn't right, take the time to fix it. Or you hurt yourself. Stay tall. 3, 2, 1. All right. Plank. Set it up. Tall and long. At this time, it might be a little different. You might be more in control, more dialed in. You can bring your feet closer together. And you might be fatigued. You might need to widen your feet. One each makes a big difference. Find the point where it's difficult for you to do well right now, because that's where the magic's going to happen. If it's too difficult, you're not going to adapt to that. And if it's too easy, there's no stimulus for you to adapt. 5 seconds. And relax. All right, one more time. So right now I'm just going to breathe. And then I'm going to set up my band. 3, 2, 1. Go for it. Get tall. Toes pointed. Elbow power back. Pause. Control the return. As it gets up, I'm not getting pulled to the band. Elbows come back. And if I can't make it, that's fine. I'll still stay tall. And I'm okay with losing an inch range of movement if I can't help it. It's not okay to hinge forward and get your lower back involved here. Stay tall, keep your core engaged. Toes point away again. And don't let those shoulders pull down and get compressed. Load them up. One more good one. And switch it over. That band out of your way. Set it up. Load it up. Then challenge yourself. ABC. Aligned from hip through head. Means my head's not sinking. I'm not looking at the wall up there. My pelvis hasn't turned downwards, so my lower back's getting pinched. B, I'm breathing. Not shallow. I'm drawing my breath in deliberately. Letting it fall out of me. And C, everything I do with control. If I can't control it, I'll choose a different top option. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Well done. How was that? 3 pairs already. Just got started. Okay. My watch is bothering me. Okay. Next up, Single arm tricep extension, just like we did last time. Okay. So other side now. Last time, easier band. Where's my easier band? Last time my left foot was in front. This time my right foot is in front. Little loop behind your left hand. Or again, if you have the handle bands, just put the handle over your wrist and just eat up the band wherever you need it to be. Just so the handle's not bothering you. Okay. Or pull the band out through your foot. Small adjustments you can do at your hand. Big adjustments you can do at your foot. Okay, band under the arch. All right. All right, from here, we are going to do lunges. We haven't done lunges in a while. Body weight lunges today. I know you love the band version of the lunge. We're going to do body weight. So stepping down, stepping back and down. Now heads up in the third round. This action here is really going to challenge this position here. It's going to feel a little tougher than the first time we did it. That's okay. That's all right. All right, any questions? Cool. All right, easy band, triceps. We're going to kick off in 15 seconds. Band under the arch. Hinge over. And go for it. Now you notice I'm doing a double band here. So if I want to make that even easier, if the band is too tough and I don't want to drop down to another band, I'll just take half it. I'll give myself a lot of slack on that one side so it's not pulling on my hand at all. All right, check in. Are we still tall? Back foot is wide, so I don't have to rotate my torso towards the screen, towards the camera. Upper arm, as if it was strapped to your body, cannot move. Upper arm stays in line with your body. All right, one more good one. All right, and lunges, alternating. Make sure there's no trip hazards. You can step forward or you can step back. I'm going to step back for round one. I'm going to step forward for round two. Ease down, spring up. Ease down, spring up. So you can control going down, making sure your back stays tall. Break. But you can go down nice and slow and still power up. You get that explosive return. All right, start setting up. Breathe. Few arm bends. 5 seconds. Band under the arch. Hinge over. Set up. Go. I give myself a little bit extra band this time. I made it a little too tough in round one, and I should have changed it. That's a little longer right now. That's okay. Still tough to finish. That's the only thing that's important. That you can straighten your arm without changing anything else. Elbow stays at your body. If you can't straighten that arm, just give yourself a little extra band. Paul, I'm not curving over, especially when it gets tough. Don't tense up and shrink into yourself. Stay long and tall. 5 seconds. All right, switch it over, lunge. I stepped back last time. I'm going to step forward this time. Step forward, then drop straight down, spring back up. Step, drop, spring back up. As always, once you get the rhythm, hands overhead then will make that more difficult. My back is staying tall. Now, I stay tall, it doesn't mean staying pointing straight upright. As I step forward and down, my shoulders are a little forward in my hips, but I haven't curved over. That's the difference. Tall does not mean vertical. It can be horizontal, it can be angled, and tall just can't be curved. Oh, stepping forward. Somehow I started stepping back. It's up to you. Both are great. 8 seconds. And take a break. Went a little longer on that one. That's okay. All right, one more time, triceps. Set that up. Three, two, one. Go for it. Flying around, you know if you've got too much or too little tension. You know if your neck is getting compressed or your shoulders are getting pulled out of alignment. What you might not know is your elbow. Your elbow is difficult to register. Imagine it's strapped to your body, can't move. And my movement is easy here and then tough here. Easy, tough. All right, 8 seconds. Ooh. Don't let the band win. 3, one more good one. All right, lunge, whichever way you want to do it. If you are stepping forward, as soon as you land, stop moving forward and then move down. Because if you continue moving forward, your knee will hurt. Stepping back removes that. There's still a great version. So you feel like that's happening when you step forward? Don't do it. Drop the back knee, power the floor away with that front foot. 5 seconds. Staying tall. Ease down, power back. Push the earth down one more time. Hold on, hold on. Maybe next week we'll use the band in the lunge. I know how much you like that one. End of the month, can you believe that? End of the month. February is always a nice month to set a challenge for yourself because it's 4 even weeks. Finishes on the day you start. I love it. It's something to think about. Could be breathe every day, meditate, walk, something that contributes to your life. My challenge might not necessarily be something that's optimal for what you want for your day. All right, let's finish up. We've got one more exercise. We're going to do a deadlift, hinging over at the hip. So deadlift hinges at the hip, okay? Nothing changes in my lower back, nothing changes at my chest, torso, nothing changes at my neck. So feet are planted about hip width apart, shoulder width apart. I keep a slight bend in my knee most of the time. You can absolutely keep your knee straight and your hamstrings will do more work, but it will limit your range of movement, and that's okay. What you don't want to do is compare a bent, soft knee range of movement and then try to make that happen with a straight knee. That'll hurt you. But both are good. Both are really good. You should also definitely mix it up. So you can, if you have your loops, you can step into one side, up at the top. So hinge over as low as you can stay tall. Then I'm going to eat up the band, get some slack, and pull up. Okay, hinge it over, eat up some more band, and pull it up. At the top, I'm not throwing my hips forward, not throwing my head back or shoulders back. You're pretty strong like this, so I'm going to double up the band and stand on it. If you have the handle bands, put your wrists through the handles and grab that band down by your ankles. I'm going to squat down, plant my feet over, band under the arch, stand tall, and then from here I'm going to hinge at the hip. First one, I go halfway and see if I can get back up. Second one, I'll go a little lower. If everything's good. If everything's not good, I got to change something. And then by the third one, I'm getting most of my range of movement. Hips going back, but hinging at the hip. Okay. And then our last exercise, a little bit of split jerks, get that heart rate up again. So we're going to toe tap back, elbows up and over, or jumping, split, back to the start, split, back to the start, and then find your rhythm. Okay, so one's going nice and slow. Second one, speed up, get that heart rate up, and then try and control your breathing before we get into round two. Any questions? Cool, everyone's got two good options. Final two exercises with me today. Fantastic, well done, everybody. Here, 15 seconds. Take a sip. Get that band under your arch. Eight seconds. Band under the arch. Now squat down on that first one. Get tall, push the ground away and go for it. Hinge, like I said, first one, I don't go all the way. Go a little lower on the second. And if everything's working well, I will go my full range of movement before I curve. Corset is engaged, resisting the trunk movement. Hamstrings working, glutes, back of your hips working, lower back working. I've got my band around my wrist because my finger grip is not nearly as strong as my posterior chain. One more good one. Finish the one you're in. Step away from those bands and any other trip hazards and either toe tap. If I'm toe tapping back low impact, I'm keeping my weight on my front foot. If I'm jumping, I'm splitting my weight across both feet. Landing lightly, quietly. On my hands, I'm throwing them kind of forward. I don't want my hips to tilt back, pinching my lower back. Stay tall. Land light and quickly. 3, I'm not locking my elbows. Take a break. A few step backs for your calves. And breathe. 2 deliberate ones. Then set up that band again for your deadlifts. One more. That breathing is the single best thing you can do for yourself when you only got 20-second break. 3, band under the arch. Squat down. Go for it. Hinge. Don't assume you have the same range of movement as you had. That might have changed. You might have more, but you might have less. You might have restricted yourself. Maybe something wasn't optimal and got tight. So always tentatively do the first 2. I got more power on the up, more breaks on the way down. Power training, strength training. 5 seconds. I'm going to do one more good one. Finish the one you're in. Step away from that band. And either toe tapping or jumping. "15 seconds now. Still core engaged, tall, not compressing my lower back here. Heels stay up if you're jumping. Whew. Barely touching the ground if I'm doing that option. Take a break. Hold on. A few step backs. Definitely 2 good breaths. Final time. So set it up well, make it tough. Squat down. 5 seconds. Band under the arch of your feet. Squat down on the first one, push the ground away, get tall, and then hinge. As I mentioned before, at the top, I'm not throwing my hips forward. I'm just pulling myself tall. Like I'm launching myself straight up into the air. And controlling the hinge back. Don't let those shoulders get pulled to your hips. All right, one more after this one. Finish this one. Step away from that band and a trip hazard. I do toe tapping. I'm not putting any weight on my back foot or jumping. Splitting the weight across both feet. Staying tall. All right, 20 seconds. Final 20 seconds of class. Land light and quiet and quickly. As soon as you land, get off those feet. Final 10 seconds. 5, 2, 1. Breathe. First things first, 2 good breaths. Get yourself tall and wide. That really helps the most. A few step backs then. My next biggest concern is my calves. Ease them up. You feel that in your hamstrings, gentle leg swings. All right, take care of whatever you need to take care of right now. Well done. So quick, so quick. Great start to your Monday, great finish to your month. I'm here tomorrow night, but I think February is Wednesday, right?
Yep.
All right. I had a lot of fun with that.
That was great.
It was good.
Hard.
Good.
Hard, but humane after Friday.